What do we think is the best line in this project? My name is David Siddons and I am an independent condo analyst and I run Lux Life Miami blog, and today I'm standing here with Catalina and we are going to review the St. Regis Residences Miami. And we're going to get into what we consider to be the best line currently in the project. So Catalina, thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you.
We're standing here in the sales office, which is located pretty much on site.
Absolutely.
So if you want to come down and actually see what this looks like, you can come into the sales office and see it. And obviously if you want to understand more, you give me a call and I can tell you my opinion on the project, plus all the other projects in Miami. As I've said, I've been analyzing condos for over 15 years in the Miami and Fort Lauderdale markets, and our independent reviews are widely read throughout Miami and the country and beyond. So this is one of two St. Regis projects that's being built within Miami. This one, obviously located in Brickell, is really an iconic project by your standards and what's being promoted as an iconic project for Brickell. I guess the only project that's being built directly on the water.
Absolutely, on South Brickell.
And South Brickell, that's important to say, because North Brickell and South Brickell, the divide, there's a big difference. Why? Because South Brickell is tree-lined, it's got really nice sidewalks, it is not condensed with a lot of restaurants and cafes and offices. There are no offices down here, but it's a mere 2 or 3 minutes walk if you want to get into that part of Brickell itself. And most importantly, traffic. You can get out of Brickell at this section without getting caught by the traffic lights that block you once you get into the far side of Brickell. What do we think is the best line in this project? We're standing on this side of the building. We're standing on what is considered the south side of Brickell. This would be the south, that would be the north, and this is the B line. And this is the line that we like the most.
It is actually, it's our premium line. It's 3,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, plus an utility room. And the beautiful part of this floor plan is how open it is. And actually we have 800 square feet of terrace. In some floors we have 4 residences per floor. In some floors we have 1 or 2 or 3 because we've been combining a lot of residences. Our smallest residence is 2 bedroom plus 10. 2,616 square feet.
Which is big. I think out of the buildings in Brickell, it might be the building with, I guess, the starting point, the biggest starting point for a square footage of any new building in Brickell. And there is a relevance to that. Now, the total number of units in the project is exactly how many?
152.
There is 152 units in the project. Number of units combined, and I know that you've got some really big units, 7,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet, designed. So I guess you're targeting the end user in this project.
Absolutely. We are targeting primary homeowners, second homeowners, third homeowners. We have large residences. We have 2 villas, 2 single family homes. They're about 7,500 square feet. We have duplexes that are over 8,000 square feet. And plus we have lower penthouses and a penthouse.
Interestingly enough, so the B line is the one that you're recommending and that we've looked at. Now, we were going to recommend the A line, but they're all sold out. It's interesting to be in a project where an entire line is completely sold out and there's nothing left. And they haven't started with groundbreaking yet. Groundbreaking, you're anticipating first quarter?
First quarter of 2024.
Okay.
Completion date will be 2027, beginning.
That's irrelevant. We're going to come to that comment in a minute, because before the camera's rolling, I was actually grilling Catalina in regards to the construction process and how long these developers are taking to get built. Because there are a lot of developers that it is believed, and again, watch the video interview or the podcast that I ran with Craig Studnicki, and we dive into this, how we believe a number of developments may not happen, or not happen in the timeline that they're talking about right now, because you're dealing with a groundbreaking that is a fake groundbreaking, or it's a groundbreaking that's going to happen a lot later than they're currently talking about or anticipating. This is anticipated to be January. It's just around the corner. We're now in September. Going back into this project, so the B line, the A line all sold out. Why the A line or the B line? I mean, what's the big difference here?
It was pretty surprising to me as well. I'm a B person. I love South. I love it's light. You have more water than the A line. The A line has a little bit more city. And I'm surprised. We don't really know why the A sold so fast, but we still have a few B lines available. Also, what we did is we combined the A line with other residences to make a larger floor plan.
If you go and you look at resales, and again, you can have a look and see our analysis on other buildings, both resale and new construction. And you'll notice typically that the southeast corner is the most expensive corner and the most desired line in so many buildings. It's usually the southeast corner that commands the highest premium because it typically gets the best light. As light travels from east to west, you actually found that you get more light on that south side. I guess in this case, the north side, the A-line was popular because it looked over that Brickell into downtown Miami Beach.
The lights of Brickell.
The lights of Brickell.
Absolutely, but B-line has more water, and that's ultimately what I think commands the value of the property.
And it sits in a position so you can understand the B-line is this side of the building. Now, in terms of elevations, what do we recommend as the height to go to? Now, there is a building to the south side, which is Brickell Place. And this
Correct.
is, how far away is it?
About 120 feet. However, if you see, we are angled towards the view. So the architect, what he did is instead of doing a straight line, it has more like a diagonal line towards the water.
Okay. So this southeast corner, which is the B-line, which is 3,700 square feet.
That's correct.
With how many bedrooms?
4 bedrooms plus a service room,
Okay.
utility room.
That's a big footprint. To give you an idea, if you look around right now for 3,700 square feet, it's actually quite hard to find. Typically, as you actually go through into Brickell downtown and Edgewater, and you look for large units, and again, we've covered that on previous reports, including the luxury condo report that we ran for Q1 and Q2 of 2023. The available product that's more than 2,500 square feet and that was built in the last 8 years in the Brickell corridor, there's like 5. I think it's a very, very low number of units. So finding large units at this moment for existing product is very, very hard. And it's anticipated that this new breed of buyer, and if you're watching this and you are an empty nester or you are a professional who may be working in Brickell, if you want an elevated home in the sky, this is the products you go for. And we're seeing a lot of the movement towards this because the housing market's really dried up. The conversation we've had is people want the turquoise blue water, they want that view, and this gives you that view because there's nothing in front of you. So your view is protected in perpetuity.
Absolutely.
So once you reach 20 floors, you're going to get directly east view over the water. You're going to get a south view, which looks out towards Coconut Grove and beyond. So the building's going to be located at 18th, around 18th and Brickell.
18th and Brickell. And as you said, over the 20th floor, you have unobstructed water views.
And the Rickenbacker Causeway is all the way down at somewhere around 28?
26.
26,
yes.
Okay, so it's far enough for it not to be a problem, and you won't hear the car noise and it won't be an obstruction or an annoyance. But at the same time, from where we are, you're on that south side of Brickell, but still a few minutes walk to the heart of everything. We like this unit now. This is the prime one. What kind of numbers are we talking about?
The low floors, we're talking about 7 million to 7.9. Over the 21st floor, it goes from 7.3 up to 9 million on the 37th floor.
So now we've given you a little bit of flavor of what we think is the best unit to go for, and again flashing up the floor plans, and you can tweak the floor plans a little bit. I know that they're set,
Absolutely.
But it's a little bit of maneuvering that you can do.
We can customize the walls, we can customize finishes as well. They have different selections.
Perfect. So now we've identified what we like as the right line. Now the question is, why St. Regis? How involved St. Regis is on this project? Who are they? So for those people who don't really understand St. Regis as an animal, who are they and why should they care? What's so important about it?
Well, St. Regis is a brand that was founded in 1904 by the Astor family back in New York. So St. Regis has been in the hospitality business for over 100 years, and that says a lot. And in this particular development, we have them for 30 years. So they signed with us for 30 years.
That's important.
To manage and service the building. Being a resident in St. Regis, you have all the amenities of a 5-star resort. I think we have over 50,000 square foot of amenity space, and that's a lot for only 152 residences. And also another aspect of St. Regis is quality control. They will see that we have the best finishes, the best construction, the best of the best, and that's important when you have a brand like that.
How do I know that I'm going to get what I'm going to get?
The developer needs to go with different standards and guidelines of the finishes that they expect.
So you've got a star architect, you've got a major level designer, you've got a boutique building.
And the developer related.
One of the conversations that's come out because of interest rates going up and because of the way the world is, supply chain and all these other issues, there's been a lot of conversations about developers having to, and again, if you watch the Craig Studnicki video, please do watch that. That's a great piece of information about, you know, the new condo construction market and how it really operates. And his comments were value engineering. When developers are not being, let's say, screwed down by a brand who's not allowing them to compromise their brand because the heritage of their brand is so important.
Exactly.
They don't allow them to value engineer a product, do away with X, Y, and Z elements in the project to try to save money. Because the truth is that projects have become very expensive to build, much more expensive than they were 5 years ago. So now we've got that, let's go into the resort level of service that we're going to have. Let's go through the building as the last point and cover what you get to legitimize a resort level experience that could put this at the same stratosphere as those top 5 performing buildings of the last 5 years, which all had that resort level of service. What have we got in the project?
So as I mentioned before, we have over 50,000 square foot of amenity space, starting with our spa, curated by Remit Spa from St. Regis, where you have treatment facilities, saunas, steam rooms. We're bringing the Right Fit Gym from California. They're specialists in movement. And besides the holistic experience, we have plunge pools. We have an interior lap pool, 75 foot long. Then you have 2 different outdoor pool decks. Each has its own menu. Something that I forgot to mention is our food and beverage. It's an excellent and
if I'm in a resort, I want to be well fed. That's just what you expect.
So we have a Michelin star chef curating the whole F&B experience. Fabio Trebocchi from Fiola. He's going to be actually opening our fine dine restaurant, the ground level, and also that will be servicing in-room residence dining. Also, we have different menus across the building. On the 31st floor, we have our rituals, which is what St. Regis is known for. Midnight supper, lavish dinners, champagne toast, afternoon tea. So we have our cognac room, which is absolutely spectacular, a wine cellar, we have a tea room, we have a library bar. Throughout the building, you have amazing amenities. Since we don't have a hotel, it's condominiums only, we have guest suites available. So if you live at St. Regis and you would like to invite your friends over, you don't need to host them at your residence.
They did that at the Ritz-Carlton in Sunny Isles.
Same concept.
And that was very popular because, again, you know, guests come in from out of town, it's Christmas, you want to have friends over, but you know, you're not going to buy a bigger unit just to host your guests for 2 or 3 days of the year. That's a benefit. How big is the land here as well?
3.4 acres. It's a good footprint for only 152 residences. Now, as far as amenities go, they send the butler. That's an ethos. It's basically, they know you better than you know yourself. They unpack the bags for you, pack the bags for you. They're like your own personal assistant, and you have them in every single residence. And that's amazing for St. Regis. That's why our residents love it, because they have all the amenities and services of a hotel living in their own condominium.
Is any of the elements of the services open to the public? So the main restaurant,
it's
that's
all
completely
private.
closed off?
All private. We have also a yacht club.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So obviously we've got this marina at the end. Are these for the residents?
They are for the residents. We have a pick-up and drop-off area, up to 100-foot yacht. We also have a yacht club, which means that if you don't own a boat and you come from Washington, New York, California, Mexico, and you would like to reserve a boat, you can call our butler or the concierge and they can get you amazing rates because we are in a yacht club. And then you can rent the boat for days or for 1 day. They will pick you up, drop you off.
Very few condos in Miami that have their own marinas. Obviously there's a few that are known up in Aventura and Sunny Isles area, but at this level, in this market. So that gives you a quick glimpse of what's going on in the project. For more information, give me a call, see my information below. I will chat with you, we'll Zoom with Catalina. She can take you through the project if you're from out of town. If you're in town and you want to just come in and have a look, you can give me a call, we can set up an appointment, and we can take you through what we consider to be the best line in the building. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for another David Siddons video.